Hello everybody, my name is Dani, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/amIthebutthole. Am I the butthole for saying I'll be driving myself and paying for my own room on the upcoming family vacation so I won't have to be a babysitter? I'm a 23-year-old male, and I was repeatedly stuck playing the part of helper and babysitter on family outings. I had to move out of my parents' house because I kept being forced to help watch my 3 nephews. Last year, we took a family vacation in summer to the coast. I rode along with my parents and they paid for my hotel room. Only I had to share that room with 3 rowdy boys because my sister and her husband wanted a room to themselves.
Oh, but of course.
I was promised time to do my own things on the vacation, but instead, I ended up having to help with these kids. I complained to everyone about it and was reminded I was there for free. And then we pretty much just did only one thing I wanted to do, which was to tour an art gallery. I like doing this whenever I'm at the coast, but the kids find it boring. This year, my parents have a beach trip planned for June, and they assumed I'd be riding along the same way as last year, but I refused. I said I'd be driving myself and paying for my own hotel stay to have my own room. My parents were shocked and tried to remind me of the cost. I said it was no worry. I've got a good job and a decent renting car. I can more than afford it. That's when the buts started. I stated the previously listed things as to why I'll be driving myself and paying for myself. I want to be able to enjoy this vacation as an adult and not be treated like a child like last year. My parents told my sister, and she called to blow up at me that I'll be ruining the vacation if I'm off doing my own thing while she has to wrangle her 3 boys. I ended up yelling at her that last year all she did was rope me into her mess.
You have never thanked me.
I didn't really get to do much of anything that I wanted to do. And I was treated like the bad guy for wanting to just go to an art gallery. I'm a grown man. I deserve my own vacation too.
I'm a big boy.
Now my sister is not speaking to me, and my parents are still trying to convince me to just ride with them to keep the peace. I'm still refusing, but the pressure is getting to me. Am I the butthole for not giving in? I know they'll have a pretty hard time when they won't have another person there to help. Then OP posts an edit. It's barely been an hour since I posted, but my sister is apparently a Reddit lurker in the mornings and she saw my post. Not only is she furious with me, but she's also upset no one in the comments is siding with her. To make it short, she went on a big rant about how it's so hard to be a parent to triplets.
That's a you problem.
And the least I could do is help because I'm young and single and she needs a break. I stood my ground on my decision, and now she's calling our parents to get them involved. I'm expecting a call from them at any minute. Then OP posts another update. Well, I'm off work now, so I can tell more of what went down. I guess you could say it's over. My sister got our parents involved. They looked at my post and were absolutely horrified by the continuous influx of commenters. Yes, they're very angry with me that I posted here. But I told them that if they just listened to me to begin with, I'd never have needed to. I'm sick of the whole keep the peace mentality that sacrifices me to placate my sister. They, in turn, went off on my sister, and to make a long story short, the whole vacation has been canceled. The hotel wasn't booked yet anyway, but my parents are arguing with my sister is blaming me, and my nephews are crying because they aren't going to the beach. My sister called me at lunch and basically implied that I have no life, which is why I have time to help.
You are a rude, terrible person.
I recorded that and told our parents, and that's currently what they're fighting about. My parents said that they won't ever push babysitting my nephews on me again, and have agreed that what happened last year was unfair to me. Right now they're very angry with my sister for telling me I should help her because she thinks I have no life. My sister is playing the victim, and my brother-in-law is basically saying nope to the whole mess and spending most of his time at work.
Nope.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear here. OP is not the butthole. Clearly, his sister just wants free babysitting. She says that OP needs to be grateful because he had his vacation paid for last year, but I have to wonder, is the sister the one that paid for the vacation, or was it the parents. So really, the sister is just getting free babysitting, and now she's mad that she doesn't get that anymore. If she had been the one to pay for OP to go on vacation with them, then really it should be no issue for them to spend that exact same amount of money on a babysitter, right? That tells me that she was not originally the one paying for this. Definitely not the butthole, and that sister is so entitled. Am I the butthole for begging my girlfriend to uphold a sexist tradition just so she can make a good first impression?
Seriously?
I have a big family that's incredibly close. We have big family dinners every few months where we all meet at my great-grandfather's estate and eat together. Typically, how this works is that the women go cook for the time that they're there and the men don't.
It's sexist, but it's about friendship.
Which I'm fully aware is sexist as hell. That being said, I'm one of the youngest people in the family and my protests mean literally nothing. Some of those women choose not to cook. However, this is usually met with a level of ostracizing. The women who don't cook are wives and long-term girlfriends, so they kind of already have a good family relationship doctored in. When I've seen new partners not cook, it's gone bad. Like completely ostracized, not speaking, cattiness, rudeness, etc. This dinner will be in 2 weeks, and my girlfriend was asked if she would attend. Initially, she said yes, which is great. I want for her to meet everyone and for everyone to get used to her being around. But when I explained to her the tradition, she was understandably bothered. I told her that I understood where she was coming from. However, it was best for everyone if she just played along.
Excuse me, what?
I told her this isn't a permanent thing and that I'm only asking her to do this so that she can avoid bad treatment from the rest of the family. This is her first impression, and I don't think it's best if we cause waves.
What is your opinion of me? Not my responsibility.
She told me that it's unacceptable and that if she has to do that, she will not be going. I've tried to find a compromise with her on this, but she won't budge and she's pissed at me. She told me that if I think it's acceptable to make her do this, I'm just as bad as everyone else.
That is true.
While my point is that she needs to make a good first impression. Am I the butthole? OP, your girlfriend is absolutely correct. You going along with this is you saying that it's an okay tradition. I don't care if you're the youngest and your protests mean nothing. They'll mean everything to your girlfriend. What you're telling her is that your family's cattiness is more important than her comfort. OP, you need to be a better boyfriend, and I don't blame your girlfriend for being mad at you. Am I the butthole for leaving my husband at home while I spend a week at my brother's because of how he buys groceries? I've been in a committed relationship with my husband for 17 years, and overall, things have been great. We've had a few rough patches, but what's important to note is that while he earns more than me and is considered the main provider, I have a substantial trust fund that ensures we're financially stable. I work part-time as a teacher while attending university, earning less than him, and most of my income goes towards tuition. Our household income exceeds $200,000 annually, while the average in our area is below $50K. One ongoing issue we have is my husband's frugality.
You crustaceous cheapskate!
He likes to control my spending and have the final say on how he uses his earnings. It's worth mentioning that I've never used any of his income and have no intention to do so. However, the main point of contention between us is his frequent visits to food banks. Despite having more than enough food at home, he insists on going to food banks to save money. He intentionally looks disheveled and uses our beat-up car to blend in, even though he's never experienced food scarcity.
Despicable!
I've explained to him the need for food donations in our community, even showing him social media posts from local food banks, but he remains indifferent. I suggested he volunteer or donate to gain first-hand experience, but he refuses.
Because you're greedy, schemy, and selfish.
The unfortunate part is that since we're never short on food, most of what he brings home ends up getting thrown away. Today, I discovered our fridge filled with fresh produce and meat that clearly didn't come from our regular grocery store. When I confronted him, he admitted to going to a food bank after seeing a Facebook post about a donation of fresh food. People on social media were already asking if any was left, and there wasn't. I showed him these comments, but he brushed them off, claiming people should have gone earlier. Exhausted by the situation, I packed a bag and went to stay with my brother for the weekend, asking for space to think things over. My husband accuses me of overreacting, being vindictive, and threatens to go back to the food bank regardless of my feelings. His family is also messaging me, calling me a butthole, and urging me to stop interfering with his choices.
My life is more difficult than anyone else's on the planet, and yes, I'm including starving children, so don't ask!
I turned off my phone, but now they're bombarding my brother with messages. Thankfully, he supports my decision and ignores them. All I want is to enjoy the rest of my week without being angry at my husband. Yes, I could let this go and not scold him, but the food he takes could have gone to people who truly need it. I'm not leaving my husband, but I need a few days to gain some clarity. Am I wrong for wanting this space? OP, I know you say that you're not about to leave your husband, and I just want to ask why.
Why?
What about this man is keeping you around? He's clearly not generous or kind. What good qualities does he have?
None.
He's literally taking food from the mouths of people that need it. He has plenty of money, way more than the average people in your area, and he's repeatedly taking food from the needy. What a disgusting human being. I'm appalled at his behavior, and I'm also kind of shocked at you, OP, for being willing to stick around. Please see this as the red flag that it is. I can't believe that his friends and family are on his side for this. It makes me wonder if they have the whole situation. Who in the world would agree that this guy is in the right?
Easy there, Hitler.
Absolutely wild. Not the butthole OP. That was r/am I the butthole. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you next time. Bye!